Hi guys, welcome back. I'm really excited now. If you have followed the course and implemented everything that I've said so far, then you are on the way to having a business that will last the test of time. You have a complete blueprint. You have a highly optimized website. You have a highly optimized YouTube channel. You're building your list. You're building your Facebook group. You're building assets that nobody can take away from you. And now you're learning how to get to page one of Google. Now, in my last training course, which was only really about SEO, some people got a little bit confused about the order in which to do things, and I'm going to clear that up here. Now, what I've done is I created a list for you of websites, blogs, whatever you want to call them, that have a very high domain authority. So domain authority goes from 0 to 100. And I think my website is about 31. So it's nowhere near these guys yet, but it will be because I'm going to keep working on it, adding content, and eventually, you know, it will be bringing me in more passive income than I can handle, and hopefully, one day I'll be able to just leave that site and let it bring me in passive income. Um, I think this website here, just a girl and her blog, she actually does income reports of how much money she makes every month, and she averages about between 20 and $30,000 every month just from her website. So anyway, I've put a massive list here for you with the domain authority besides and the links to go straight to them. And the first thing that we're going to do in our ultimate ranking guide is we are going to create our highly optimized post or review with perfect on-page SEO, not skipping anything, doing everything that you have learned with the pictures, highlighting, choosing the correct keyword that you want to use. And the next thing we're going to do is the blogs, the blog commenting. And I say, if you're doing a review, do anywhere from 4 to 10. You can do a lot more. It will not, it will not affect your website in a negative way. You've got to remember that some people, some blogs, let's just go straight to this one. Sometimes it takes people longer than a day to approve a comment. Some people are on their website all the time, and they'll approve a comment straight away. So okay, let's find get more use. Okay, let's find an article that looks interesting quickly. Actually, any of these would be fine. So why being naive can make you a fortune. That sounds interesting. Now it's up to you. If you're like me and you're always kind of stuck for time and you're trying to be fast, then you may not have time to read the full article. Um, So, what I would say when it comes to commenting, and there's two things here about commenting. Um, One is that in my last training course, I said to people, if you want a backlink from my website, and a website with a domain authority of 31 is quite high. So my site is classed as an authority site. So getting a backlink from me is, it's quite a big deal, and it will give your website a strong backlink, um, and it's a good start. So I'm offering that again. If you want to come to my website and make a comment, then you are welcome to make a comment saying something, I don't know, like, I got your course, The Big Five, thought it was really good, and I'm doing as asked and leaving a comment. I hope I can get the backlink, something like that. and I will approve it, and you'll get a backlink from my website. So that's one of the first backlinks that you can get to your website. Okay, so we just look here and we see what the article is about. We don't have to read it all. And it says, okay, there's one sentence here that we can take. Branson is my favorite kind of naive businessman. Okay, we're going to copy that. Now we're going to go to the very bottom where the comment section is. And this is just to give you an idea of how, you don't have to read the full thing, the full post. But to get your, to get your to get your comment approved quicker, if you just write great article, it might take a while to get approved because the owner of the website is not going to be in a hurry to approve a comment that says great article. But if you were to say something like, I'll put in quotes here, so I've put in quotes here, and now I'm going to kind of contradict her or ask her why, and say something like, how can you say that Branson is a naive businessman. Okay, now what this is doing is it's making her think, okay, this person doesn't agree with me. I'm going to approve the comment so that I can reply to it. Now, say for example that the post that you want to rank for is this one here. This is the link that you will put in here. Yeah. Now, the reason I know that a lot of beginners maybe don't know how to do a blog comment correctly is because a lot of people were doing things like this. Adding in the URL that they wanted, excuse me, the URL that they wanted to get a backlink from into the comment box. And it makes no sense. A, it's spammy and it will never get approved, and you just don't get the backlink because it's not the place where backlinks go, or where your link goes. Your link goes where it says website. So this is where you would put your link. And then of course you put in your name and your email and you post the comment. Now the comment will not be generally it will not be approved automatically, which is why I say do this first, because maybe one comment will be approved after 24 hours, one after 48 hours, maybe another after a few more hours, so they won't all be approved at the same time. So that is your blog commenting. It's pretty basic. Just don't have your link that you want in there. And if you put your link in there, what you're basically telling the person who owns the website is the only reason I'm commenting is because I want a backlink, and they're just going to mark it as spam, and you'll never get that blog comment backlink. And the link juice that you get from a high domain authority blog comment is huge. So that's this is how you do it: website, email, name, comment. Okay, so let's go back. All right, so we've done this. We have done this now, and as I said, you can do more depending on the keyword. You may want to do more, but for a product review, 4 to 10 is usually what I would do. Now you want to go to your Web 2.0s that you've created and added some content onto, and you want to put a backlink into your article, and that that will give you a tremendous, powerful backlink to your website. So I showed you how to do that before, so that's easy. Also, as well, remember, embed your YouTube video. So you're also, this is like a two-in-one. So you're able to get a powerful backlink to your website, and also you're able to get a powerful backlink to your YouTube video. And because your YouTube video is embedded onto your website, you get even more link juice, because the backlink that you're getting from your Web 2.0 to your video is going to give your overall site, or your overall post, a massive boost. So it's like a two-in-one system, and it really does work. The power of these Web 2.0s is insane. It's a game changer. Then the last thing you would do, so let's say you did this, or you created your post on day one. The same day, go and do your blog commenting, and the same day as you create your post or review, go and add it to your Web 2.0s, and then maybe the day after that you have done your blog comments and your Web 2.0s, then you can go and share to your social media platforms that you have created, that we created them. You saw mine and you created the same. So then you share to your social media platforms, and you can do that very easily just by going to your post, scrolling to the bottom, and just going here. And once you have logged in once to your, so if I click here, I don't want to share this, but you see it's coming up, and it's going to post straight to my Mark Gray Online Marketing Twitter social media profile. So you can do all of the sharing from here just by clicking the buttons. So that's pretty cool, and it's very easy to do and very quick to do. Now, if you want to get more social media signals, I would say that for video, the more the better. Then there is a website that you can use. I've told a few people about this, but maybe you don't know. You can go here, you log in, go click on social signals, you scroll down. Now these are some ranking factors. So click-through rate, meaning people find you in the search engine and then click through to your website. That's an important ranking factor. Relevant terms, Google plus ones, number of backlinks, etc., 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 etc. Now, if we scroll down, let's just use my website here as an example, and we will see how many social signals that my website has, because I'm always adding as many as I can. So awesome, you received a high social signal score, your site is about to go viral, keep the pace. So I have over 11,000 Facebook shares, and 832 from Pinterest and 8 from Reddit. I know that there are more, because the guy that does it for me, he sends me a report so I can see how many have been done. And no, it's not from Fiverr, the person that I use. So yeah, so for your post, you can come down here. You can do monthly packages. On this website, I would say don't do the monthly packages. Then you can come here, and for $5 to $6, or sorry, $6, €5, you can get all of these. And why I like this website so much is that these are done very quickly. So you don't have to wait a day, you don't have to wait 2 days. Sometimes you don't even have to wait an hour, and they are already, they've already been shared. But one little trick that I've been doing, and it works a lot better, is don't take one of these custom packages, scroll right down. Sorry, you want to take a custom package. So if you scroll down, you'll come to this part, and then you can choose. So for a YouTube video, I would probably take 12, Twitter 11, Google Plus, which is a massively high ranking factor. I'll take 12. LinkedIn 1. Mix. I think Mix is going to be, it's a new platform, built from an old platform, but I think it's very powerful, so I'll have 2 of them. Pinterest 2, Reddit, let's say 2, that's fine. So that comes to 588, and it's 42 social signals. And then all you do is click order, and you would put in here either your website or your YouTube video URL, and then you would put in your tags. So let's see, this was one I reviewed by Jason Fulton and Mosh Barry. The tags were velocity review, and bonuses, and review of velocity. Now, you don't need to do, it's up to you, I guess, but you could do, another 10 different versions and variations of this, but I don't recommend it. I reckon you keep it to, 2 or 3 maximum. And then you want to put an image inside. Now, where do you find your image? Okay, so we go to our dashboard. And remember, if you've just created the post, this will be the latest media. So if I go to media, library, I can now see all of the files, all of the pictures that I've uploaded. So let's say I wanted to do this one here of myself and Demetrius. So I think it's a nice picture. This is the URL that you want. So remember, we optimized our URLs so that they, let's just see, so that they're completely optimized for search engine optimization. So let's go back to this, and we would add it in here, and you can see here that even the image is highly optimized with our focus keyword. This was for a product called Simple Social Tools, and even within the URL, Google can see this is about Simple Social Tools. So that's how you would do it. And then you would just click here. I'm not going to do it because I don't have a URL, but you would click here, check out with PayPal. You would receive an email straight away from PayPal and from Black Hat Links to say they've received your order. And then usually within less than an hour, you would receive another email to say your order is complete. So that's how you can get extra social signals very, 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 very quickly. Okay, so I'm just going to close this and close this and close this. And if we go back to here, okay, so we have done all of this. So we've got our perfect post, perfect on-page SEO. We have commented with our website to 4 to 10 to 15, even if you want high domain blogs, depending on how hard the keyword is to rank for. Then you want more, obviously, comments, blog comments. Insert your do follow link into your Web 2.0s. So I would recommend doing it the way that I do it, which is taking an article, putting it in, and then inserting your link to your site within that article. And on all Web 2.0s, you can add in your video. So you add in a link to your, to your website, and you also embed your YouTube video. So that's us, that's you doing what you need to do for your website and for your YouTube video. And then the next thing is doing the social media platforms, your own. And if you want extra ones, then you can use the platform that I just showed you. I'll put a link. I'll put a link at the bottom of this document, and yeah, or I'll make another document and put in some links that we have been speaking about over the course of the training. Now, the last thing is, if after 3 to 4 days you can't find your website, so say you do this on day one, and then say day 2, something like that. And then if after 3 to 4 days you still can't see your website in Google, and one way that you can check to see if you are indexed is by doing this. So you want to see if you're indexed. So I have a very clever way that you can get indexed fast. Oh, not that one. That one. So you put in site, 2 dots above each other. Forgot what that's called. And you can see here, I am. If your website comes up, that means that Google has indexed it and that it is in the search engines. Now, if it's not, what we want to do is we want to go to something called Fetch as Google. Now, it's always better that Google picks your site up by itself, but if it doesn't, then we have to force it. And you just, if you're logged into Search Console already, it's easy. You just type in Fetch as Google, and you'll come to here, and you check that it's a correct website. So maybe if I was trying to rank for something, or TWIM, yeah, so if I was trying to rank for something on TWIM, I would add in that website, and always remember to have the right version. So the right version is with your SSL and CDN, which is HTTPS, and this would be the correct one if I was trying to rank for TWIM. If I was trying to rank with my name domain, again, it would be this one. So for the sake of arguments, let's just say this one, my main marketing site. Okay, and what you do here is you go to where it says, okay, where it says your URL, and you copy the last part of it, and you add it in here. Okay, now I don't want to fetch this again, but this is how you would do it. You would click here, request indexing, a little pop-up would appear, and you would just click, okay, I don't want to do it, but okay, you would click this, and then you would click crawl only this URL. Alright, so you click this to show that you're not a robot, and then you click this crawl only this URL, and then you would click go. So you would do it once for desktop, and then once for a mobile smartphone, and again it's just the same thing. Okay, fetch, and then request indexing, and what we just did. So you're telling Google to find your website and to index it on both desktop and mobile. Okay, now sometimes if you use this too much, it will have a negative effect. And a perfect example is, just as I was starting to get really sick, I really wanted to do this this promotion for Brett and Mike, because I'd just met them and we'd got on really, really well, and I really wanted to do this promotion, and I was honestly starting to get a little bit delirious because this whatever it is I had, it went into my chest, and it was making me delirious, and yeah, so I actually didn't even realize that I was doing it. The first time I did it, I came up straight away onto page one of Google, number three, and I would more than likely have went up within a few hours to number one. But for some reason, I just kept doing. I kept fetching it, and that has a negative effect. Because I'm not on page one now, because I think it's because Google it got angry with me for pushing them to index something that they'd already indexed. So, you know, limit your use of this. Um, if you make a big change to your post, or yeah, your post or your review, then it's okay to do it again, but do it once and that's it. Yeah, don't get carried away like I did, and you see the damage it's done. I'm page one for pretty much every review that I've done, besides this one, because I was kind of delirious, not thinking straight. I took my laptop over to my bed, and I was trying to work from my bed, but I was all over the place and taking painkillers, and yeah, so don't do that. But this is Fetches Google, and the reason I'm telling you about this is because you don't want to do it immediately. So you want to wait until your blog comments and your web 2.0s and your social shares have been, picked up and have been linked to your main money site. And if Google doesn't index you automatically, then wait a little bit and then do Fetches Google, because then when you're doing Fetches Google, Google is seeing that you have backlinks and social shares going to your main website. I hope that makes sense. So don't rush them, and do it after you have done all of your off-page SEO, and give your off-page SEO time time for Google to pick up on the backlinks that you're sending to your money site, and then you can do Fetches Google. So that's the order that you do. You do your off-page SEO in, and you will find that it works extremely well. Now, just one last thing I'll say is, you know, when I did my first course, a lot of people, they did one review, and they built their site perfectly. They did one review, and then they followed along with what I was teaching, which was similar to this, but I've just added in some extra off-page tricks, you could say, or techniques, and they were very impatient. Oh, I've done one review and it's not ranking. Well, okay, it's not that it's not ranking, it's on page 3, but it's because you only have one review. So remember, keep adding content. Don't give up straight away. And also as well, the linking content is very important. So maybe you should start your website by creating a couple of short, 400, 500 word posts about a general subject matter that is in your niche. So in my case, you saw I did what is affiliate marketing, and I can use that for pretty much any product that I review, because most of them are about affiliate marketing in some way or another, and I can use that to link back to show Google, yes, this is relevant to my site, this post. So yes, now I have changed this from quick ranking guide to the ultimate ranking guide, because it is the ultimate ranking guide. the correct order to implement our off-page SEO. And if you have got to, if you've got to this stage, I salute you, because a lot of people would, and I know this from personal experience, a lot of people, they buy a great course that would change their life, and they just, oh, this is too much. This is too much work. I don't have time to do this. I will go and buy the next push button product that I see. And of course they buy that and they read that and think, oh, okay, that's not, I don't want to do that. That doesn't sound fun. This, what I've shown you is my own business, and I've shown you everything that I do to build this, so it's a perfect blueprint. And it doesn't matter if it takes you 2 months to get everything set up. Does not matter. Just focus on that, and you will be golden. You will be great. You will have a business that will just grow and grow and grow and grow. So yeah. All right. I hope that I was clear about everything, the order to do things, to do your off-page SEO, and how to do a blog comment. And now you are set to rank your website very easily. And just remember, if you come up with an idea, depending on, doesn't matter about whatever niche you're in, if you come up with something interesting, get yourself a notebook. If you get an idea, maybe you're in the dog niche and you're out walking your dog and you see a cat, and your cat scratches your dog, write it down, because you can write a good post about it and then add it to your website. And as people always say, SEO people, they always say content is king. So get as much content onto your main website as possible, and keep adding content onto your web 2.0s, and you will be outranking people who have been on the first page for a long time, and they will be surprised why you've suddenly shot past them. So yeah. All right, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.